Hello, how's everyone doing? Happy freaking Monday, happy Memorial Day. We're gonna have a lot of fun in this live, and we're gonna talk about something that I'm really interested to see everyone else's feedback on. We're gonna talk about a crisis that's happening right now in our country, around the world. And when I say the word crisis, there's positives and negatives to both of it. So this is gonna be a very interactive live, and we're gonna talk about, did you peak in college? Was college the best days of your life? Was college everything to you? You know, think about it. Let's talk about this college problem. Before we get into that though, just want to have a quick shout out. Happy freaking Memorial Day, everyone. You know, today is one of those days when you just got to be thankful for everything that we have. We literally live in a country where just being born in America makes us in the top 1% of people that have an opportunity to succeed. Think about how you didn't even have a choice and where you were born into this world, and somehow you lucky freaking ducks, or most majority of you, unless you guys are calling in from other countries, were born in America. Like, for that, you should just be pumped and thankful because you are so much more fortunate. It's amazing how so many people have risked their lives, have fallen, have literally given everything for this dream that we're able to create, and everyone should really respect it and honor it. So shout out America, I love you. So let's get going, guys. Let's talk about college, aka the fantasy world of college. And what I'm talking about is the system. I'm going to get a little raw here, and again, this is just my opinion, and everyone's going to have their own opinion, so respect. But we are putting into an education system that from the first grade, we are told what to do. So in elementary school, some call it elementary, whatever. We have to go to elementary school, right? Then we have to go to junior high school, right? Then we have to go to high school, right? If you drop out of high school, you know, you're a huge failure. That's what we've been told our whole life. So after high school, what's next? Well, if you want to be successful and you want to, you know, make your parents proud, you got to go to college, right? Like that's what we told. If you're not going to go to college, you're screwed. You're in trouble, right? So we're in this system that every single day, our entire lives, people have told us what to do. We've been literally programmed by society to learn a certain course, to take a certain major, because if we don't, we're not going to be successful. Shout out to Loudounville Elementary School. Shout out Nick. Guys, if you guys agree with that, yes or yes, we are part of a freaking system being told what to do our whole life. And the issue is because of that, people stop learning after college. Have you ever noticed that? People talk about college as if it's the greatest years of their life. You know, they've partied, had so much fun. But then after college, they stop learning. And why is that? Why is that people stop learning after school? People stop challenging themselves. People don't invest in personal development or practical courses, probably because they're in so much freaking debt, right? Like, so much debt. Here's some scary college debt facts that, hey, if you graduated college, you definitely know about this. If you haven't yet, you're still you don't know yet, but you gonna learn today. Let me tell you gonna learn freaking today. Absolutely, Ivan, 100%. But over the past 20 years, you know, student loan debt has risen to almost $1.3 trillion. It might be over that right now. College debt's the only debt you can't escape from or declare bankruptcy on. Boom. And when it comes to student loans, this is actually like an excerpt from a newspaper article. It says, when it comes to student loans, millennials are adopting a disturbing out of sight, out of mind attitude. New research from Citizens Bank shows that recent college grads are either lack information or are choosing to remain willfully ignorant of the details surrounding their educational debt and how they're repaying it. Okay, so there's a big problem that's going on with the cost of college and what the financial reward is after college. If you agree, drop a yes or drop a 1. But with that said, there's a lot of good things about college. And just like Ivan said, there's everyone can have a different experience. You can create different connections. There's diversity, of course. But, you know, right off the bat, you can definitely get a job in college. You know, my brother is he's in his 4th year of med school right now. So he's got 1 more year and then he's a doctor. So he's been in school since he's been 6 years old. He's 27 now and he's still in school. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a dentist, you want to be an accountant, you got to go to college and you got to learn these things because those are jobs that require it. But the problem with that is most people aren't these type of things. A lot of times people are marketing or business or philosophy or some sort of kind of generic major that there's no jobs facing them after college. So they're graduating with all of this debt and they're in just such a terrible position off the wazoo. With that said, college is a lot of opportunity to network. Everyone's heard that word network. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? So unless you went to a college that has a really, really dope network, it's like the Harvard effect, right? You go to Harvard, not necessarily to say you went to Harvard because of the network. I mean, people if you're in that networking community, you can probably get into any job, make the connections that you want. It's just, the connections is basically everything. Other good things about college, it's so much fun. I mean, dude, like, I had some of the best years of my life in college. I went to the school of University of New Hampshire, go Wildcats. It was freaking amazing experience. Met some of my best friends. And literally it was just like 4 years of just like, I like to think about it as, you know, an educational vacation, right? Because for a lot of people, it's the first time they've ever even gotten out of the house because they've been, you know, living at their parents their whole life. Then they go out to college. But it was like an educational vacation. And for people that say, oh, it wasn't a vacation for me, I worked my butt off in school and I was doing it, that upsets me because you're paying that much money and you're not even having fun doing it. It's like, it's such an experience that drains our cash flow to create skills to prepare us for the future. But then after we get out of school, it seems like a lot of people go downhill, probably because of college debt weighing them down. And I think it's just this overall mentality in life that you need this education to be successful. So, you know, when I think about it, being at college is just the start of your journey in life. But people who get into the mentality that it's downhill after graduation is the stupidest thing. Because truthfully, learning in college versus learning out of college is so different and unique. In college, you're told what to do for the most part. Like, yes, you get to pick your classes, you get to decide what your major is, but a lot of people, they'll pick a major freshman year because they're essentially told to, that they end up switching junior year, making them stay another year of college because they have to decide what they want to do right then and there, and they're not even sure. And then for me, I had to take gen eds. I don't know about you guys, but like my first year and a half was basically taking gen eds. And some of these gen eds were so stupid. Like, I was taking classes I knew I didn't care about, but I'm paying so much money to take a gen ed on a class that's not going to benefit me in life. And when I also think about it, it's like, basically I was picking like which of these is like the least boring. You know, I wish they had taken classes in college that was like, how to do my taxes 101, right? Wouldn't that have been such a phenomenal lesson to learn in college? How to do my taxes one-on-one. Man, that would have helped me a few years ago, just in every single aspect. How about this? How to cook eggs 202. How to make phenomenal breakfast every morning so I'm a great cook. Wouldn't that have been a great college class to have taken? Or, I don't know, how to start a business 303. The difference between LLCs, sole proprietorships. The difference between how to, you know, save the most money in starting a business. Lessons learned. I was an economics major, but yet I never was taught any of these things. Give me like a hell yeah if you agree with that. Like, I feel like I wasn't taught practical things that would get me out of kind of this employee mindset that I have to go work for someone else the rest of my life. Wouldn't it be great to take a course called How to Travel Cheaply 404, right? Like how to get around the world for like $500. I would have loved to take that class. That would have been so beneficial after school to learn how to do all this stuff. Here's another one. How to change a flat tire 505, right? Practical stuff, but a lot of the stuff that I feel like I learned in school wasn't that practical, yet my college hits me up every month asking me for more money. Asking me for more freaking money. And this is the issue. Out of college, you're no longer a puppet in the education system. Do you guys agree on this? You're not being told what to do. After college, it's like the first time you're on your own in a whole nother level. Meaning, you can do what you want to do. Okay? No one's telling you that you gotta go off and work this much hours. No one's telling you. You literally get to choose what you do. And guess what employers are going to ask? They're going to ask, what are your skills and you're going to have to answer them and say, I have X, X, B, C, D skills, and you better have some decent skills. If you don't have skills and you're not learning these skills, how do you expect to get a job or have a dope career? Most likely, college isn't teaching you skills on how to do your job, obviously, unless you're, a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, an accountant. And I'm not talking to people like that. This is directed to people that have just this generic major, that they're not learning the right freaking skills that are going to benefit them and constantly increase their overall knowledge on that. Yeah, Devrin, exactly, you're right. Becoming a slave to pay back those loans. It's crazy. But, a lot of people, they just kind of accept their college fate. I got this degree and I'm gonna get a job and I'm just gonna look around to my left and look around to my right and I'm gonna make my cubicle look super, super dope, right? And I'm gonna just play it safe. I'm gonna get a good career and, I'm gonna work my stuff and I'm gonna make it happen and then, I'm gonna be good. And then, eventually I'm gonna be able to take some time off on vacation, and they're doing exactly what college told them they should do. Get a good freaking job and accept their fate. But the thing is you have to choose to continue to learn. Nathan, thanks, man. Philip, thanks for joining. Allie, thank you. You have to choose if you want to learn some more. You have to choose whether you want to continue to learn your skills. You get to choose where you want to work. You get to choose the quality of life you want. You get to choose whether you want to grind. I have a great story for you. The CTO of the company I work with, a startup company called Chewy. Chewy does facial recognition access control. So essentially, you walk up to the device, scans your face, knows who you are, spoof-proof so you can't spoof it with a phone, and allows you access in if it recognizes who you are. He is one of the most brilliant humans I have ever met in my life. Gary, absolutely. Skills pay the bills. I like that. But check this. When he graduated college, he was an accounting major. He graduated as an accountant. And it wasn't until after school where him and my other founder of the company, Sean, wanted to create a company. And they realized one of them needed to learn to code, but neither of them knew how to code. So he took it upon himself. He's like, you know what? I'm going to learn to code. So then he went not back to school, but on his own, learned how to code, put hours and hours and hours into it. And now he is one of the most badass software engineers. Dude's incredible. After college, he decided to learn a new skill and crush it. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to ask yourself, do you like yourself more and more every year? Every year after college, life should go up and up and up and up, right? It should just keep getting juicier and better and your friends. Cause this is the thing. In college, there's all sorts of social cliques. And I know it's not as bad as in high school, but you become the king or whatever of your college, or you join a fraternity or a sorority and everything seems so great. And then everyone graduates and you don't see each other anymore. You get to choose who you want to spend the rest of your time with. Which friends do you want to go to freaking Tomorrowland with? Which friends do you want to go on vacations with? Which friends do you want to hang out with? Which friends do you want to have the biggest turn up fun freaking time of your life with? Granted, you probably can't drink as much as you could in college, because that's pretty much universal. I think everyone would agree on that. But the fact is, you get to pick who you want to hang out with. So it means college was just the starting point for so much better. Yo, Nick Patak, Nick Caff, Joseph Glack, Ryan, welcome to joining the live. So guys, every single time you have to understand, it takes, there's this rule of thumb that it takes 10,000 hours to master something. I don't know if that's real. I'm not saying that's real, because there's a lot of professional athletes that say that they practice very little, but some of them are just naturally gifted. But you can become skilled at anything you want. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You can become super skilled. You just got to decide, I want to learn that, right? So for me in college, when I think about peaking in college, I have an interesting college story. I went to school at University in New Hampshire. I was super pumped. I was paying out-of-state tuition, which sucks in University of New Hampshire if you're paying out-of-state tuition. I was paying half. I was very, very fortunate to have my family pay half also. And, I thought I was killing it. I wanted to be an economics major because I thought that sounded better than business, right? I thought that being an econ major would set me up because I didn't want to just be like everyone else. I was like, if I know about the economy, then damn, I'm going to get a good job. And things were going good. And I remember I got so stressed out one day when I got like a terrible grade on one of my tests. This was, I know I talked about this in a past Facebook Live. I'm talking about something new. I get sick to my stomach when I got like a C in a class or if I just did bad because I knew how much money I was paying. And I just felt like I wasn't getting ahead of anyone. I was doing what everyone else was doing. I was looking to my left and looking to my right, and I was just like this sheep doing what everyone else was doing. So I decided to get into a direct sales company when I was going into my junior year. And for the first time in my life, I had an opportunity to really learn business, to learn heartbreak, to learn failure, to learn trial by error, to learn what it takes to actually be successful. And I actually gained true amazing experience through that. What I decided was then one of the hardest decisions of my life. Like it gave me anxiety. Like I wanted to cry about it at times because I didn't know what to do. I wanted to drop out of college. And I was so freaking scared to tell my dad that and to tell my mom that and how they would look at me. And thankfully, I decided to take a year off and I did complete, okay? And in that year, I had the best mind-blowing experience of my life. I was able to travel to 35 states, multiple countries. I was able to live with families, get to know them. I was able to build my skills. I was able to see the world. I opened up my mind to entrepreneurship, which has in turn allowed me to further allow myself to keep learning new things and meeting new people. I ended up going back to school because I had finished 3 years of college. Like, I was 75% done, right? Like, I owed it to my family to finish school. And yeah, I went back and I finished school. With that said, I don't believe my education in college has greatly affected my outcome in my life. I think I have decided that. But the truth is, education is important if you need the actual education. But you have to understand, even though you didn't go to school, you can still do and be whatever you want to be. Like, you can literally get a job at Google. You could get your dream job manufacturing something. You could start your own business. College is not the peak of your life. College is just a stepping stone. And it's amazing how some people treat college like it is literally the greatest thing that's ever happened on earth. You can create college 24/7 outside of school, right? It's completely potential. John Morrison, great to see your name. Well, thanks for joining. Eddie, what's up, bro? How are you guys? So guys, everything in life has to do with you and your decision to make moves and make things happen. You know, I hope that after school you figure out who you really are, you know, and then you realize who your real friends are. Because college is just the beginning, right? Our glory years are ahead of us. The best is yet to come. Being at college is just the start, but people who get into that mentality that it's downhill and that graduating is literally the stupidest freaking thing. You guys want to go move someplace new and figure it out. You want to go travel Europe and do something cool? Figure it out. Go to Europe and start knocking on doors and try to get a job. You guys want to make more money? Get into solar sales. Go door to door selling solar. You can kill it selling solar. You'll learn rejection. You'll learn how to make income. You'll learn that you can choose your income. You guys want to get it out of your job? Start networking with new people and find a new job. If you guys want to start a business, start a business. We live in America. We live in a world where I can go on live and contact maybe 1,000, 2,000 people are going to watch this video through a freaking screen. Are you kidding me? We're so lucky. There's no excuses as to why you can't be successful in 2016 and 2017 and 2018. For the rest, we are so lucky. We have Skype. We have Uvu. We have all of these tools that make selling stuff and building brands and just negotiating so easy. The only X factor is belief that you can do it and that you're gonna have the best years of life ahead of you. So guys, take this lesson and run with it and die with it and let's get some American flags littering in the comments right now for representing America's birthday. The fact that you live in a country where you can do a lot of what you want. You have freedoms. You're able to travel. You're able to not be held out under this umbrella of having people tell you what to do. You literally get to grow up on your own. You live in America. You're so lucky. I like to think me living in San Diego, now I'm in like the top 1% of the 1% of lucky people because it's nice weather and I live in San Diego. But with that said, anyone can come out to San Diego and have a good freaking time. Do you feel me? If you feel me, drop a yes or drop a Jones or just show me some freaking love. So guys, let's get it. Let's make moves. Understand, if you want to learn a new skill, get started today. If you want a new career, learn today. Network, network, network. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So start meeting some good people. Start being friendly. Start being optimistic, you know? You're literally capable of doing whatever you want. And those are some major freaking keys. Understand that this is just the beginning and your life is only going to go up from here. It doesn't matter what people think of you. It only matters what you think of yourself. So think about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this live. Let's get it. I'm about to play some volleyball in honor of America. Because we're the luckiest in the world. So happy Memorial Day, guys. Love y'all. Mucho love, mucho gracias. Take my energy and go crush it in your life. With that said, thank you guys so much. Logan, you're dope. Gary, you're dope. Peace.